Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, 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 Call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Honors and citations to the elect and to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's come and deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Maka Alabun Gad Bun Yasharala with the Church of Philadelphia camp. Once again, coming back at you with another one. All right? And I might entitle this lesson, Stumble Not at the Beauty of a Woman. All right? Because we're coming into some up-and-coming times, man. I'm going to keep saying that every lesson. From here on out, every lesson. We're coming into some up-and-coming times which you never witnessed before in your life. All right? And it's evident because you see them. All right? And you men that's out here, you know, that's just looking at these women. You know, a lot of brothers like to use Isaiah 4:1. You know, 7 women take hold of a man. All right? Which I'm going to bring that scripture out a little later. Matter of fact, I'll probably bring that out in the beginning, you know. But they like to bring that out because they see how these women look. These women are fake as hell, man. And everything is witchcraft. You're going to see the real them in Jacob's trouble. I'm talking about physically, you know, like their fleshly wise, what I meant to say. All right. But their spirit, it's a spirit inside of them. And the Lord is going to have to put a spirit on you to take them in at that time. Because they're going to be bloody, dirty, stinking, you know. And it's going to have to be the spirit of the Lord to hop on you to take one of them in for you, because they're gonna be coming at you, especially these women now that you see all glamorous and glory and looking great and oh, she's sexy, she got it. Nah, you don't marvel at that. What can she add on to you? Because a woman is a helpmeet, man. All right, she's supposed to add on to you. All right, not you add on to her, and that's what this place is about. So, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go to Genesis. I'm not going to make this real long. Just something real quick is on my spirit. All right, Genesis chapter 2. And verse 18. Because, hey, man, like I said, I always say, man, the Lord going to give you what you want. You want all these women now? You want to be shining, stunting, and all that? Hey, you're going to get it. But in that day, you ain't going to want them same women that you calling out, you are glorying in and all that. You ain't going to want them, man. You know? You're not going to want them. So it's great to be spiritual. Keep that spirit because we all are spirits. All right, so this is Genesis chapter 2. And I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, and Yahweh power said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. You see that? Because Adam was first formed in Eve. All right, which that's in what? 1 Timothy chapter 2. You know, going down to starting about the 12th verse and all that. You know, Adam was first formed, then Eve, man. All right, which I'll probably get at next. But it says, this is Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18 again. It says, and Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. So the Lord, he added a woman on to you to help you out. So why would you go chase after the help, man? You know, they're supposed to be helping you. They're supposed to be chasing you to help you. And that's the mindset that you have to be in, man. You have to think like a king. You know, and these women out here, like they've been ran through. You know, as the scriptures say, like Apostle Tahar did a video yesterday, man. And he was going into, you know, the women, you know, they've been ran through, man. And I believe a priest. A priest is not allowed to deal with a woman that has already had a man. She has to be a virgin. You know, because a priest is a priest for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaRachakwadash. And his message is supposed to be pure, so he's supposed to be pure. He's set apart from the rest of Israel. You know, now you have different brothers. They could have women that they might have been married and they've been wrote a bill of divorce, or their husbands passed away or whatever. You know, so they're allowed to deal with them. But a priest cannot do that, and that's showing you discipline as well, man. All right, which I want to do a lesson on obedience. You know, to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord's willing, I'll get into that later on today. But right now, this is what the Spirit is saying. All right. So it says, so stop chasing these women, man. You know. And I'm speaking to myself, man, because I'm not the greatest man. You know, I'm just speaking the truth, and I'm telling you the truth. All right. The truth of what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua says, Ba'ashem HaRachakwadash. All right, you got to think like kings, man. Be of that mindset that's greater than any other, man. Because our nation is greater than any other nation on the face of this earth. And a lot of men's downfall is the woman. The woman is a lot of men's downfall, going all the way back to Adam and Eve. All right? It says, which we're in, it says, and out of the ground Yahweh power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam. See that? To see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. So you see that right there? Every beast of the field came to Adam to be named. He didn't go chasing after them, to call after them, to name them. No, they came to him, man. And is not the woman the same thing? She was formed from us. So why would you chase her and marvel after her beauty? Because that's going to bring you down. That's going to be your downfall, man. All right, you have some beautiful women out here. Yes, you do. All right, but you got to see the beauty in you, the power in you, which the Lord has ordained and gave you. All right, you got to see all that. Because if you don't, you're going to fall susceptible. You know, and we had great men in Israel that fell, like Samson. You know, he was chasing after what's that? Heathen women, man. The beauty of them. That's why the scriptures give us exact instructions of what not to do. It's like the scriptures say, what was written aforetimes for our learning, for our understanding. All right, these women that get you effed up, man. Trust and believe that. All right. It says, and Adam gave names to all cattle and to all the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helpmeet for him. So the Lord made helpmeets for everything of the earth, and Adam named them. You know, which Adam, one formed from the ground, in the Hebrew, Adam in the Hebrew, which means one formed from the ground. And that was Yahushai. You know, he named everything. He's the first spirit ever created, so why wouldn't he name everything? The Lord gave him the power to do so. All right? And the power over these women. And even in that form, he still felt susceptible to the woman. That's why he had to come back in as many reincarnations until he came in Yahushai, all right, which he got it right. You know? He got it right. And that's our example, all right? So these women, the hell with them, because they're going to be chasing after you. They're going to be chasing after a man in the Lord in that day, man, because that day is coming, all right? Which they wanted to be so, man. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't want to rant. All right, verse 21. It says, and Yahweh power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh power had taken from him made he a woman and brought her unto the man. See that? So the woman came to the man. You're not supposed to go to the woman. The woman's supposed to go to the man. You know? No matter how beautiful she is and all that, man. What they say, beauty is just skin deep. It's about the spirit. She has to be submissive, man. You know? And a lot of women right now, they're play submissive just to make you think, oh yeah, you're king, you're this and that. They'll buy you things and do all this other stuff. You know, but they're still wicked, man. They're in the flesh, they're wicked. I don't care what the hell she buys you. How good she makes you feel right now, man. You're not in your power. You have to remember that. All right? You're supposed to chase the kingdom. Chase the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaRachakodash. You want to chase a woman? Or you want to chase a woman? Chase Sophia, the wisdom that King Solomon chased. And even with King Solomon and all of his glory, guess what? He still felt susceptible to the woman, man. All right? And in these up and coming times, they're going to start coming back to you because what? Your power is being restored to you. You don't force the course of the ocean, man. Okay? So it says, verse 22, it says, in the rib which Yahweh power had taken from man, made he a woman and brought her unto the man. It's like again, he brought her to it. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. They became one. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. All right? So she's a part of you. And yo, these devils know that. That's why they try to use the woman to destroy you. All right? Because they know, yo, a man going to love his woman, man. All right? And she's supposed to support and protect, not protect, but she's supposed to support and uphold her man. Like, whatever he says, that's what her desire is supposed to be for us, man. The same way our desire is supposed to be for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Haracha Kodash. All right? It says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave, take hold. All right? Cleave, dabak, in the Hebrew. Take hold unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And what's one flesh? Because they in one accord. So whatever the man does, she has to go with that, man. And I'm talking righteously. Not talking about these Negroes out here now, man. That's messing up. And that's why our women is all jacked up, but it's all a curse. And they walking around, they need guidance, man. All right? So since I said that, let's go here. Because I wanted to bring this out earlier. Let's go to 1 Timothy. All right? Chapter 2. So we took that back to the beginning to tell you not to chase these goddamn women because that's going to bring you death, man. All right, so this is 1 Timothy chapter 2. And I'm going to go to verse 13. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam, then Eve. All right? Adam, then Eve was first formed. Adam was first formed. So that means whatever he says goes, man. And Adam, it's according to Israel, and I'm talking about not the Adamites, out of all the Adamites, the Lord chose one, and that was his sons. The sons of God, which right now we're the Israelites. All right? So we're supposed to follow after the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaRachakodash, because he gives it to us. And the woman's supposed to follow after that. And she was given those instructions from the beginning, and she went off. All right? And check it out. It tells you right here, verse 14. It says, and Adam was not deceived. He named everything. Yahushai named everything. All the beasts of the field, everything. Man, the women beasts, the men beasts, and the women beasts. All right? If you want to say it like that. All right? And gave them their orders, what they were supposed to do. And nature does not mess up. Nature goes according to everything. All right? I don't care what Esau tried to make and try to play things out. Nature does not lie because it's under the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaRachakodash, and so are we. All right? But that's why you look at nature to see things, and the Lord tells us that. All right? It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. And let's get that word transgression real quick, all right? Salakia for that background noise. I'm on the plant. Turn that down. Gotta have it up because something happens. But let's get that word transgressions through the spirit. Baba Koshad. I don't know why it's acting like this, but if it doesn't work, I'll just read it. It says parabias. Parabias, if I'm not mistaken, in the Greek.
Strong's G 3847. Parabasis.
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 All right, parabasis. Which a going over, disregarding. See that? A disregarding, violating. That's a transgression. So she violated the words that Adam had gave to her. She violated the words that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai had gave to Adam. All right? A going over. It says a disregarding, violating. They do the same thing now of the Mosaic law. All right? The breach of a defiant, promulgated, ratified law. So they don't care. That's why these women now, they don't care about hearing what we're speaking about. You know, you do have some women, you know, that the Lord has set aside and they're silent. They're in complete order, man, because the Lord has set them up to be that. But these women, you got women that know that they're Israelites and everything. Like, you got different camps that they have the women sitting out there with them, you know, because guess what? The woman is controlling them and they don't even dig it, man. When you go out there, you see Israelite groups, when the women is sitting there in beach chairs and all that, next to them with the children and all that, yo, they sleeping, man. I don't care what they're telling you. You can listen, you know, take the meat from the bones, but they're sleeping. You look at the spirit of a man, all right? Because they're letting the woman control them. Because the woman ain't supposed to be out there at all, man. If a woman want to learn something, she's supposed to learn at home from her husband, all right? At home from her husband. Not to be out there on the highways and hedges. It's no place for a woman on the battlefield, man. And that's what they're displaying. That's why the Most High is going to take their ass out of here if they don't repent. Because there's the same way as a goddamn Christian church. All right? But it says a breach of a definite promulgated, ratified law to create transgressions, i.e., that sins might take on the character of transgressions, and thereby the consciousness of sin be intensified and the desire for redemption by being aroused. So women to get you aroused, and like you get in the bedroom when a woman do certain things, man, like you might go off, man. You know, could they get you there? And yo, that's their whole design, man. Right now, that's why you don't desire them for pleasure at all. It's how can they add on to you? Okay, the sex is to procreate, to bring forth your nation, to plant your seed, man. You know, not to please your flesh and all that. Animals, when they have sex, they trying to make another baby, man. All that foreplay and all that, they ain't doing all that. You know, that's what you've been taught by Esau, the goddamn devil, man. You know that the scriptures speak of. The goddamn devil, man. Hence what takes me here. All right, verse 15. All right, it says, notwithstanding she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue. See that? What I just said, man. The whole thing is to have a child because back in the ancient times, they wanted to have a child because they wanted to have the next prophet because they heard about the prophecies. All right? They knew prophets was coming to speak and all that. And they wanted to be the mother of that prophet, man, and nourish him. All right, so now it's same things now, man. But the prophets are back here. But they want to have the children to bring forth in the kingdom. All right, that's what they supposed to want to do. It says, notwithstanding, back in First Timothy 2:15, it says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, and holiness with sobriety. All right, and let's get that word sobriety for these women. All right. Which it says, like my dad used to say, he said, if she laying and she ain't paying, she's playing. All right? If she's laying and she ain't paying, she's playing. Which then that's going to take us to Isaiah. All right?
Strong's G 4997. Sophrasune. Sophrasune.
Sophrasune. Soundness of mind, self-control, sobriety. And what self-control do these women have now? None. Like I said, I watched a video that Apostle Elder Tahar did yesterday. You know, the beloved Apostle Elder Tahar did yesterday on the women. You know, and you had the woman, she was kissing on another woman, and you got Jake comment, oh yeah, this, and you know, she's that and this and that. I'm like, God damn, you niggas really worship these women, man. That's your goddamn God. And guess what? You in the same shoes as this nigga brother No Light. He's not even a brother. That nigga No Light. He's a nigga. All right, he just got found guilty, or he pleaded out to sexual being a pedophile basically, which he tried to accuse our apostles and elders of that, man. You know, and the men that follow that doctrine. You know, which all they was doing was teaching the truth. But you know, the Lord always comes and he prevails, man. Now they say justice will prevail. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is justice, and he always going to prevail because he created everything. All right, so let's go ahead with the Isaiah 4:1, what you brothers always like to bring out. It says, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, it says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, so they ain't going to be all proud like, yeah, nigga, you didn't pay my bills and da. Those same women that saying that, in that day, they're going to be willing to serve you. The scriptures say that our people will be willing in the day of our power. All right? But we're not in our power right now, so they just willing to just walk all over us and talk shit. All right? But you just got to be patient. As I went through the maintain yesterday. That was the lesson yesterday. Maintaining, man. You know? Maintain your integrity. Don't fall down for these women, man. Because they will pull you out of it. And I seen in my time in this truth, I seen a lot of men fall out over a woman, man. That's the main thing, over a woman. Now I see why a lot of brothers get on these women, man. And yo, they try to be subtle because they sit there and listen. They like the fucking FBI, listen and how can I humble down, you know, and do this and this and that, and then still be wicked as hell because they're fucking wicked, man. All right, excuse my language. If you don't like it, don't watch me. You know, watch TV. All right. I'm going to read that again. And a lot of brothers like to use, I can't wait till I have all my women and this and that time. Man, we about to be catching the hell out here. You know? Pure hell. So who the hell, yo, look at the movie, the Book of Eli, man. When that woman was following after him, she was chasing him. He ain't had no time for it. He's like, nah, get away from me. You going to hold me back. And she probably was one of the women proudful and all that in that time, but when society was up. But society had crashed and she had no help, man. All right? She had no help. The man was a help. That's why the scriptures say he's going to make a man more precious than fine gold, man. So know your worth now. All right? Know your worth now, man. I'm going to read this again because a lot of brothers use the scripture. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to this and that. And that's a lustful man. All right? That's a fucking lustful man that use it like that. All right? This is Isaiah chapter 4:1. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And what's that saying? If she ain't paying and she laying, she's playing. All right? You don't get played by these women, man. All right? It says, in that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. All right? So for the men of the Lord, the ones that's going to escape all this hell that's about to come, man. All right? So let's get out of here. We're going to go, matter of fact, let's go to Proverbs. Okay? Proverbs, we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 6, okay? And verse 25. Start at 25. All right? To let you know, man, if you looking at these women, these pictures and all that, they're not going to look like that in that day. All right? So check it out. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 23. It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, which are being reproved and given instructions to not chase after these women. Marvel not at their beauty. All right. It says to keep thee from the evil woman. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. And that's what they like. Oh, you're so handsome. Yo, your money, and then they get you all piped up, man. Get you all prideful. And the Lord bring your ass down. Look at No Light. Look at that nigga No Light. Look what happened to him. And I just seen him in the club. I just made another million. And all these women dancing, garbage ass women, man. All right, these women are garbage. They've been ran through. You know, I had the opportunity to have virgins in my life, a few of them, when I was a young man. You know, and that was a blessing through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem HaRachak. I know men now that says they never had virgins before. You know? So let that sink in, man. Think about that. These women are all harlots. That's what Apostle Tahar named the video yesterday, I believe. Thy woman shall be a harlot in the streets. That's what these women are, man. All right? And you got to listen to instruction to keep thee from the evil woman. It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, in thine mind, thy love. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids, because they like to throw them eyelashes on, bat their eyes at you, look you in your eye. Oh, yeah, baby. You get caught up in that moment, man. All right? You have to be strong. You have to be a king, man. Think like a king. Think like a priest. Matter of fact, think like a priest, because a priest is not caught up in that shit. All right? Because a priest has what? Virgins that belong to him. Not after a woman that been ran through. I don't even care. She had a husband and he passed away. And she's allowed to marry again. A priest don't have that. So think like a priest to the priestly men out there. All right? It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. See that? For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. And how them New York dudes said, yo, your food, son. Your food, son. That's bread, that's food. So she ate you up, man. Swallowed you whole. All right? It says an adulteress, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. An adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Why? Because she's seeking for the men of the Lord to try to bring them out, to try to bring them down. Matter of fact, real quick testimony, I was coming through the parking lot to work yesterday, and it's a woman, she lives in a truck or whatever. You know, like I know she got spirits on her because she's always talking to herself, and she's being tormented, no spirits speaking to her. You know, so I don't know. I just waved at her yesterday because she was sitting in the car. I sat there and waved at her. I'm like, yo, good morning. You know, how you doing? She threw up the devil horns at me. So I was like, damn, that's her spirit. You know, and then she's out here to bring a righteous man to a piece of bread. You know, Lord's willing, I'll be a righteous man. You know, but just that gesture right there, I'm like, yo, these women really hate us. That's why, you know, the book of Malachi, Salaki, Micah, it says, uh, uh, you know, she that is my enemy, shame shall cover her. So all the things that they're doing, the shame's going to cover them, all right? So let's go back to this. Proverbs 6:26, it says, for by means of a whorous woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteresses will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Yeah, so dealing with these women, that's trying to get you out of here. You think that you just go and deal with them and no fire is going to come to you, no consequences are going to come to you? You tripping, man. All right? It says, can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth to his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. Men do, and yo, you got niggas out here that do that, man. Jake, these rappers, they promote that shit. Adultery. And these adulterous women, they with it, man. They think, oh, I know a woman right now, man. She got a husband that she's legally married to. She got a side piece and a side piece and another side piece. And she still deals with all these men flirtatious and all that, man. You know? These are the type of women that you're dealing with. And these women go both ways, man. They're garbage. You know, and it's up to the Lord to cleanse them in that time. Going back to Isaiah 4:1, you're not going to want them, man. All right, they sit there in your face. I'm so humble. I wrap my head up and all that. But they shit on you, man. All right? So stop being fucking naive. And wake the hell up. Whoever needs to hear this. All right? It says, men do not despise a thief. Right? If he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. Right? Because you don't understand what the Lord is saying. You don't understand what the Spirit is saying. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Damn. You commit adultery, you destroy your own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. That's why you see all these women dying, because they cheating, and men is getting fed up with that. And that's the Spirit of the Lord being put on them to show his words to be true. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of his vengeance. He will not spare in the day of his vengeance, man. All right? So he's going to come at you, man. All right? And it's not going to be, yo, I seen the video when the dude, he made a video. Dobre Haranku. It's like it. But, hey, I seen a video of a man, I believe it was St. Louis or something. He caught his woman, you know, cheating with a man in the bathtub. He was eating her out and all that. I think he threw the radio or something into the bathtub, electrocuted her. Killed the dude, chopped her up and threw her in the river, man. And he made a confession on video. So did he spare in that time? So let's read that again. It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, because he was like, yo, I'm going to jail. I don't care. Neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. All right, so he's not trying to hear nothing in that day, man. All right, so let's get out of there. We're going to go here. I'm going to end it on this one. All right, Lord's willing, this is edifying. You know, because a lot of men are over women, man. A lot of men. A lot of men out here. That's their go-to. Oh, yeah, my woman. And nah, fuck all that. That's why Apostle Paul said those that have wives act like they have none. Not saying leave her none of that. But, yo, her desire is supposed to be for you. All right, you're not supposed to be, oh, well, she got to do this. Nah, man. Listen, this how it's going down, and this is what it is. If you can't do it, kick rocks, basically. You know? And we're not in a righteous society, so, hey, man, things is crazy. But this is Sirach, chapter 25, Ecclesiasticus, and verse 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. All right? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. All right? Because that's what a lot of you dudes do out here, man. Oh, she's fine. She got a fat ass. She this, she that, da 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 da. And that's going to get your ass. That's going to get your ass murked out here by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Arachakwadash. You supposed to. You got to think rational. What can she do for me? How can she add on to me? First of all, she can't be with another man. And they gonna come running. Trust and believe it. Like Apostle Gabar said a while back, man. He said this a while back. He said you're gonna be beating these women off you. That's how many gonna be chasing you. If you're a man in the Lord, you gonna have to refuse and reject them. The same way you get rejected now by these freaking harlots, man. You're gonna be rejecting them like that. The same way they did. The same way niggas. I mean, yeah, you niggas, man, niggas chase these women. They're gonna be chasing you, man. All right, and they're gonna be searching for a man in the Lord. But you niggas out there, you ain't gonna be the ones that they really want. The same way you, man, listen, it's about to get crazy out here. So anyway, it says, stumble not, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, imprudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. All right, so these women out here, that's why these men are so, they sad and all this, that. Because they got wicked women, man. And the wicked woman is given to a wicked man as a portion, man. All right? So you bought that, because what you do, you niggas that's out here, you're chasing after the beauty of a woman. Oh, she's so beautiful. I seen a dude yesterday. He ain't look happy. His woman, he had a nice looking woman. But she looked like a fucking harlot. To the T. And I could tell that this man just was just with her just because of her frame. Oh, she looked good. She got this to that. But you're miserable. All right? A wicked woman abateth the courage. All right? Maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A wounded mind. Your mind is effed up. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And that's why you niggas is so fucking weak. Effeminate ass dudes. And that's why you will not rule in the kingdom. All right? It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin. And through her, we all die. All right? Through her, we all die because she committed the first transgression, man. Going back to 1 Timothy chapter 2. All right? We all die. So you want to chase after death. So chasing after these women right now, you're basically chasing after death. You're making a covenant with death because that's what Eve did from the beginning. All right? No, she's so fine. She's this. A woman chases after power, man. And right now she's chasing after Esau. Why? Because he's death. All right? Verse 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go, not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. All right? Let's read that again. Verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as if thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. Let that sin go. Let these women go, man. Because the righteous ones are waiting for you. The Lord already has women set up for you, man. Because he knows the desires of your heart. All right? So Lord's willing, this was edifying. You got something out of it. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachak